Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming today as we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Valdez Fisheries Development Association. With me today is our Mayor, Jeremy O'Neill. And, I would just like to say that, on behalf of the Valdez Fisheries Development Association, its board of directors and staff, really would like to extend a great thanks and appreciation to the City of Valdez for its recognition of VFDA on this 40th anniversary. Back in 1980, the City of Valdez, the City Council had the foresight to encourage fisheries enhancement, knowing that one day, if successful, growth in local fisheries would help sustain our local economy, and that's very true as we look back over the last 40 years. And in support of the dream of local fishermen and business leaders to build a hatchery program, the city loaned the newly formed VFDA money to construct all of the earthwork that the hatchery is sitting on here today, as well as bring a water line across Dayville Road from the newly established Copper Valley Electric Association. And with that commitment, the Solomon Gulch Hatchery was built, and salmon in numbers large enough to support commercial and sport fisheries and investment in fisheries-related businesses began to return each year. And over the last 4 decades, VFDA has become a major economic engine, not only for Valdez, but for all of the communities in Prince William Sound and our greater state of Alaska. Today, our relationship with the city continues to provide significant contributions to local sport fisheries, habitat restoration, and increases in our summer tourism and visitor interactions as we share VFDA's mission with many who visit us here today. Together, we formed a strong partnership to enhance one of Alaska's most treasured natural resources and provide a solid footing for our ports and harbors. And the success of this association would not have happened without the long-standing support of the City of Valdez and the community of Valdez as a whole. Thank you very much. I'll turn this over to our good Mayor, Jeremy O'Neill. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Mike. 40 years is a huge milestone. And I want to congratulate the Valdez Fisheries for this great achievement. I have a resolution that I'm going to read, and it touches the main points that I want to cover. But there's one little side story I just wanted to mention. And when I was a young man, one of the first dates I took my wife on, we lived in Fairbanks, was to come down here and catch pinks. And I can't say that was what sealed the deal, but it was one of the best dates that we had been on, and the rest is history. But yeah, the fishery here has a special place in the O'Neill family history. Let me read this resolution that was approved at the last City Council meeting. It's titled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Valdez, Alaska, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Valdez Fisheries Development Association, Incorporated, and congratulating VFDA on this outstanding achievement. Whereas, due to the decline of salmon returns to Prince William Sound after the 1964 Good Friday earthquake, which resulted in closures of salmon fisheries for commercial fishermen, and whereas Valdez business leaders and fishermen Walter Day, Max Wells, Tim Lopez, Roy Allen, Ada Tremor, Don Daniels, and Robert Keller recognized the need to preserve Alaska's salmon resources and enhance the fishing industry in Valdez, Alaska through hatchery production by founding the Valdez Fisheries Development Association, Incorporated in 1980. And whereas under the direction of General Manager Jason Wells, many contributors were brought together to permit and build the Solomon Gulch Hatchery in Port Valdez. And whereas over the next 40 years, the VFDA Board of Directors, its employees, the City of Valdez, and Valdez community would work together to enhance salmon habitat and develop a sustainable and reliable fisheries program to benefit Valdez, Cordova, Whittier, Seward, and many other Alaska communities. And whereas the Solomon Gulch Hatchery would become one of the largest salmon hatchery programs in North America, incubating 270 million pink and 2 million coho salmon eggs annually. And whereas the VFDA Sport Fish Program at Solomon Gulch Hatchery contributes an average of 120,000 silver salmon to Valdez Arm, providing salmon for one of the largest salmon sport fisheries in Alaska, supporting the Valdez Fish Derbies, charter and tourism businesses, my marriage, I'll add. Whereas through the efforts of EFDA, the commercial seine fishermen of Prince William Sound benefit greatly from increased harvest of pink and coho salmon each year, extending the commercial season and increasing market opportunity by significant investment in Valdez by the seafood processing industry. And whereas the VFDA further supports the marketing and development of seafood products by commercial fishermen through the operation of the Fisheries Business Incubator Program and cold storage. And whereas the total economic impact of VFDA provides for an estimated $112 million in revenue to Alaska's coastal communities and creates nearly 760 jobs annually. And whereas through the realization of these benefits, VFDA fulfills its mission to raise, propagate, and market fish and fish products, and to develop renewable fisheries resources for the benefit of sport and commercial fishermen, fish processors, tourists, and all businesses dependent upon the fishing industry in Alaska. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Valdez that the City Council of Valdez celebrates the 40th anniversary of Valdez Fishery Development Association and recognizes VFDA Board of Directors and their employees on this outstanding achievement. Signed, Mayor O'Neill, and I just want to end that this is a remarkable organization. It's one of the crowning jewels of our community and the region, and a model to be followed by many others, and a true pride for the citizens of Valdez and the founders, and ultimately Mike Wells. Today you've got the torch and you're leading this organization to a very bright next 40 years. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Appreciate you coming today, and we appreciate the City of Valdez and all their support and the community support here for Valdez Fisheries Development Association. On behalf of our Board of Directors, I'd like to present you with this gift, and it's a token of our appreciation for all of the many years of long-standing support for Valdez Fisheries Development Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.